Alright, it's the Nighthammer with yet another match. This is Alderaan Civil War. The objective is to take those 3 turrets down there so we can activate that main turret and blow... Well, so we can blow that out of the sky so we can activate the main turret and blow the fleet out of orbit. Unlike all the other ones, this one doesn't have a counter to count down the start of the game. And making sure I have my dailies tracked. This is the quest log. But the goal is to... It's essentially domination, just control 2... You really only need to control 2 of the 3 points to win. As you control a point, the lasers will shoot at the enemy ship and such. There actually used to be a vendor in here that would vendor special stims, event packs and stuff. He's over there, but for some reason BioWare disabled him. Well, you control a point, lasers fire at the enemy ship, and their health goes down. It's pretty basic. Just checking my Valor and my stats with this PvP stuff on. They're just horrible. My PvE stats are so much better. And it's about this point that I realized that, hey, for some reason my expertise is down a little. And I open up my inventory several times and I don't even see the fact that my PvP saber is in there and not equipped. So here we go. Ride the speeders down. Generally, you're going to want to take the one in the middle and then one of the sides, and then float your defense between them. So a lot of the hardest fighting happens in the middle. Unfortunately, my team is really timid. And apparently they think I'm a healer, so they start primarying me. I just get eaten alive there. But we respawn and try again. For some reason I'm thinking it's my bracers, or like I'm thinking something's just not on there. So we see this guy who separates himself from the rest of the pack. So we're doing our best to keep them from capping the point. Each side has 1 point, so it all hinges on us taking this one. And generally, when you try to cap the point, you have to click on it and do nothing for 8 seconds, and any damage done to you can interrupt it. So it's actually a lot more difficult to take a point than it looks. So generally, you just want to thin out the enemies so that they're stuck in their respawn cycle long enough for us to cap it. So now we have the 2 points, and all we need to do now is control them. And here I am essentially yelling in general chat that we only need to hold 2 to win, because about our entire team is going to attack the last point that they have left. There's no achievements or anything for finishing a game with all 3 points capped and that sort of thing, so there's really no reason. So I'm just playing my floating defense now. If I stand up here and rotate my camera just right up here, I can actually see the field behind there, so I can see if anybody's approaching our other point, and then I can respond quickly. And my team is still being a bunch of idiots, fighting over something they don't need to fight over. It's actually a lot easier to defend than it is to attack. So, I'm yelling in chat again. I'm just playing the objectives. For some reason, half of our team knows what they're doing, and the other half does whatever they feel like doing. Gonna check the field over here. Yeah, that's the sweet spot where you can see everything there. I mean, overall, this is the most boring of all the matches I played, but it's also one of the matches I did best in. I get someone agreeing with me about the rest of our team trying to be heroes. We got a cloaker. See right there, they tried to lure us away so their cloaker could cap the point. I think the cloaker's trying to do the same thing here. Trying to cloak into an advantageous position so that he can ambush. But I'm not letting this gunslinger have it. So he got his friend up in here. I'm not gonna take the bait. I'm gonna try and keep these guys in range of our ranged DPS and keep me in range of our healers. See, here they come with the big push. Gunslinger healer trying to take down. So after that, the rest of them just kind of start to fold up. In here, I'm tagging the healer so he has something above his head, so for the rest of the time my ops group will know that he's a healer. And they'll generally tend to just primary him. Alright, so I'm fail training pretty hard at interrupting this healer here. So I think I'm gonna swap targets. Almost got this guy down. Yeah, I got him down. Okay, so it looks like the healer disengaged. We've got another one back there with the lightning bolt above his head. Not sure if he's going to be too much of a difference, because we're focusing him down now. Yeah, we broke their healing core there. It's only a matter of time. Fall one by one to the focus fire. Move along to help defend this other point, because they've got some overwhelming forces over at it. I'm surprised this guy lasted as long as he did. Just gotta keep them from capping. So knock back. Two other guys there. Definitely can't let this sentinel here get the better of me. So I pop all my cooldowns. And for some reason he de-aggroes off. Not quite sure who he thought he was going after. So now I need to get back to the middle as quickly as possible. Otherwise, generally what they'll do is they'll send that as a diversion, and then I'll hit the middle quickly while we're still trying to get back. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into the way these are played, and I think at this point they've given up, so they're probably just going to stay. No. Got another 2 heading around. But most teams at this point give up because they won't win unless they cap all 3, and that's nigh impossible. So right now it's just a mop-up. There's a lot of strategy that goes into this, a lot of using your abilities at the right times. I know there were 2 guys that headed out here. I don't know where the other one went off to. Well, he's already up there. But I actually really respect these 2 guys for not giving up at the very end. And there's a cloaker. I hate how sometimes when they're close to you, you can detect them, and sometimes they just disappear entirely. There's only 1 or 2 abilities in the game that can auto-detect them, and any AoE can uncloak them, but that implies knowing where they are to begin with. Looks like they're getting ready for a last big push at the center node. So I'm gonna stay line of sighted until they commit, like that cloaker just did. It's my AoE knockback to get him away from the node. Spread him out a little bit. A lot of our problems right here is that we're not focus firing the enemy. And they're focus firing me. We didn't have a healer there, so I wasn't going to get away. See, sometimes they cleverly disguise the respawn timers, like that long speeder right there. That's a cleverly disguised respawn timer. I'm just gonna come up here and watch our other point, because not sure if they'll try and take it or not, but it's at the very end of the match here. Oh, sadly, a lot of matches are decided long before the timer goes up. Rotate the camera here, so when you shoot down that ship, it actually goes on fire and falls out of the sky. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's another match with only 2 deaths. I was actually getting into my groove here. But that is the last of the 4 different war zones. From now on, I think I'm going to take weekly, like everything I do during the week, and compile it up instead of doing, you know, individual matches, because this is quite a bit for me to edit and commentate over. It's quite a bit of time, and I do have other LPs that I need to be working on. But let me know if you want me to. Let me know if you want me to do the just weekly highlights, you know, just a montage weekly highlight thing, or if you want me to post each match individually or my best match per week. Let me know in the comments, and I will get back to you. This is Night Hammer signing off.